Okay, Rob, so I'm making this one for you because you've never seen my house. This is my neighborhood. Everybody here has basically 2.5 acres. There's my neighbor across the street. There's on down the street. And way down there is my stepdaughter and step-grandkids. There's my beautiful trash cans. Here's the entrance to my gate. That's a sumac on that side and an ash on that side. And right now we got the cars out in the yard. It's spring of 2014, and I mowed the yard 3 times now. That's one of my roosters crowing. Mowed the yard 3 times now, and this time I actually did a really good bang-up job and weeded and all that, so I figured it would be a good opportunity to show you these pine trees I planted when I first got here 14 years ago. So I got a little forest growing there, and a few more there. And that cedar was just a little squirt when I first got here. There's my garden of Johnson grass, which doesn't look like it's going to be a garden this year. And a few more pine trees right there on the other side. And this is my front yard proper. It's fenced in. It's about 1/4 of the property. There's one of my, there's some chickens. And my property goes out just past that dead tree in that direction. And that's my house. And these are the landscape beds that I put in the spring after Dad died. Before then they were like ugly, ugly, ugly. And you can see now that it's all sandstone. And Rhonda's got her little additions in there. And this is a blue atlas tree that I planted for my 4th anniversary. That was 4 years ago, and it was only about as tall as I am, and now it's almost twice as tall as I am. And yes, the porch is kind of dirty. Those are burning bushes. I know I'm rattling off a bunch of plants here, but you know me and plants. And then I planted this landscape feature when I first moved, probably 13 years ago. And there's the other side of my front yard proper, more chickens. That's my prize rooster right there, Araucana rooster. We call him Baby Chicken. And my property goes out to the corner there. And out there I have a dead pine tree with vines growing up in it that is scheduled to come down, but part of the vines are poison ivy, so I'm not in a big hurry. And like I say, there's my little pine tree forest going on. More chickens. Chickens, got 11. We got 35 chickens or so right now, and just got 6 new baby chicks. And there's my carport that I built last year. And I finally consolidated all my junk into like 4 different piles. 2 of those are vintage bathtubs back there from the 30s. One on a dolly there, and then one up against that pine tree. And then my property goes, see directly behind the bathtub there, that H-shaped piece of wood, or it goes all the way back to there on that side. So there's the rest of the 2.5 acres. That's all pasture. And I'm killing the vegetation on my driveway right now with some black plastic. If you've ever heard about that, you lay it out on the ground, it kills every damn thing that there is. And here's the other landscape side of the yard. Rhonda takes care of this mostly. More sandstone. It took me 4 years to collect all the sandstone, and finally when I had a huge pile I put it all out. And Rhonda has some of her hibiscus underneath the trees there. And then my backyard's fenced in with some privacy fence. And I jokingly tell Mom that that's my veranda. That's the top of it right there. I'll take you around and show you the backyard. And here's my best dog in the whole world. His name is Squeaky. Squeaky, come here. Say hello to the camera, Squeaky. He looks like a normal dog, but it's the smartest dog in the whole world. He's a little pain in the ass and gets into everything. Okay, so going back to the yard here. Dad helped me fix this fence about 8 years ago, and it needs more fixing now. But I don't know if you've seen that picture of him sitting on a milk crate. That was when he was helping us. Let's see if I can find it and post it on Facebook. There's my ugly ass shed that has been neglected for 15 years. Here's the back side of my house. We just put paint on it last year. And I say my house, hell, it's the bank's house for the next 20 years. And then this is my back porch. And in the summers you couldn't get on the back porch just because of how hot it was until I built this. And now you can get home at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and the whole back porch is in shade. And right now, this is just a new addition that I haven't done anything with yet. I'm going to put some earth in there and grow some landscape stuff, whatever. And this is Rhonda's project table, which is our picnic table, but she keeps it covered in plastic when she's painting and stuff like that. And then this is what I've got growing up underneath the veranda, even though it's just a joke. These are dwarf Alberta spruce and Japanese garden junipers. I just got this cleaned out yesterday, so it's kind of looking a lot better than it was. And here's another view of it if I can step back. And you know, I'm really pointing the camera right now about to where the sun goes down. So really, this thing puts the whole porch in shade. See if I can back up some more. Yeah, that thing puts the whole porch in shade by the time you get home from a normal work day, 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And it all needs to be cleaned up. And Rhonda said, "Oh, you're going to do this today?" And I said, "Shh, why not? The lawn looks all right." So this is my other junk zone. There's one junk zone right there that I showed you already. Trying to clean the yard up. And then here's my other junk zone, which is partially hidden by a fence. Oh, and that's a cypress tree. I've got about 5 of them on the property now. That one's one of the taller ones. And yeah, here's my other junk zone. And then going to this corner of the yard, there's a lean-to off both sides of the shed. One's for just junk, and I guess that's my other junk zone. And this one is for my chicken coop. Rhonda has, like I said, about 35 chickens and about 35 guinea hens. So we have about 70 poultry around here. Let this camera adjust to the light slightly here. And this is a mess and it stinks. And the flies are out because it just rained. And it'll house 35 chickens pretty easily. It's a little bit overrun right now. I need to probably take this section here and fence it in. Anyway, but Rhonda took down all the wood for the winter. And there's the door to the chicken coop and that kind of stuff. Anyway, I got to keep this short, so it's already 8 minutes and 40 seconds. We're going to go inside real quick. I'll show you the other side of the house too. This is Rhonda's project side. She grows flowers and what have you. Every dog that we've ever had is buried on this side of the yard, right about where those rocks are. Right all around in here, we got probably 7 or 8 dogs buried. And I'm on the septic system, and here's the other side of the yard, and that's a peach tree. And we got a peach tree here, which is putting on a lot of fruit this year. See? A lot of fruit. Should be interesting. Usually we get hailstorms that knock the blossoms off and don't get anything off that tree, but about 3 years ago we had a lot of stuff. Here's the porch. And I'm going to take you through the house hopefully in 1 minute, and well, maybe not. We'll see. Might have to do a separate video. Matter of fact, I think I will. So anyway, that's the first half of the tour, and the next half will take place in just a second. Love you, man. Bye.